Welcome back. This is Dr. Oz. Today, I would like to show you very important descriptive analytics tool, which is histograms. So I want you to see this data set here. It's very small again, but we could have a bigger data set showing year-end audit time. So imagine it's an accounting firm and you are sending your teams and they are taking so many days to complete their auditing of that given firm so that you can plan your team. You can hire people, fire people based on this decision, and or promote them because of their efficiency and so on. All right, so all this data is given in days. So let's build our model here, which is descriptive analytics model, creating histogram. I like to color code my model so that it is different than the input side. I want to make sure that it is pretty clear to me. I like to organize it this way. So here, first thing I need to calculate is minimum of this data, and I need to calculate the maximum of this data and range, number of bins, which is a decision that I need to make, and finally I need to calculate the bin width. So, all right, what is minimum? Excel will help me to calculate that MIN function. I will highlight my data set right here. Control Shift down, press enter. So minimum number here is 12. Again, this is very easy to use, and especially for bigger data sets, it will be so easy to find the minimum value this way. Let's calculate the max. Enter. And let's calculate the range, which is max minus min. Now I decide on number of bins. Since this is a small data set, I would choose 5. We choose this number between 5 to 20. And the idea here is to visualize the data. If you choose so many bins, then we will not have enough observations per bin. If you choose very little number of bins, then basically we cannot show the variation in the data. All right, Control B. And now I need to calculate the bin width. So in this case, the bin width is my range divided by number of bins. Okay, 4.2. So some people may not like non-integer values here since all the observations are integer, but it doesn't bother me. I would like to show you a general idea so you can apply for any data set. So now next step, I need to illustrate my bin upper limits. So basically I'm trying to show my bin values, like each bin should have an start and end value. So this is the end value, upper limit. So obviously my first bin will start from my limit first. All right, so what's my lower limit? So obviously my first bin should start with my minimum observation because I don't wanna lose any observation, and my upper limit should be whatever my lower limit plus bin width. So in this case, 16.2. My second bin should start where the first bin ends, and my second bin should end again by adding bin width at the top of the lower limit. So I can just drag it down, and this value I can drag it down as well. So now let's see what's the problem here. All right, that's good. Well, I need to lock my cell, of course. Let's lock the cell here. I want to use the same width over and over again. Now I can drag it down. All right, as you see here, my bin lower limit is my previous bin's upper limit, so that I don't miss any observations. And my upper limits are lower limit of the same bin plus the bin width. All right, I like to show the same number of decimals for all my observations. So I'll click on this to add the decimals, and I can decrease number of decimals because I don't need 2 decimals. In this case, 1 decimal is more than enough. All right, now once I'm done with this, I'm ready to create my histogram. However, to be able to do that, you need to click on Data tab, and here you should see Data Analysis, but by default, this Data Analysis is not available for you. So how can you add this Data Analysis under Data tab? What you need to do is go to File, and then click on Options, and then here you will see Add-ins. Under Add-ins, you will see Analysis Toolpack, and then click on that, and then click Go, and make sure that your Analysis Toolpack box is checked. So once you check this one, click OK. Now it will take a couple seconds, and then you will see the data analysis here. All right. So now what I would like to do is create my bin frequency values. So how am I going to do this? I will just click on Data tab again, Data Analysis. Take some time to load it up, and here you will see histogram. Click OK, and then Excel is asking your input range. Click on this icon and highlight your input, which is your, in this case, year and audit times. Okay, then now Excel is asking me the bin range, and tell my Excel what are my upper limits. Upper limits are calculated right here. Okay, and then I don't want to have it in a new worksheet. Let's choose output range, so I can choose where I would like to have my frequencies, and then click on the icon and click over here, and then press enter, and then click OK. Now Excel created all these frequencies for you. Obviously, I created 5 classes here, and these are the upper limits, and I don't need more because basically all my observations are in my bins. As you see, overall, when I highlighted, I have 40 numbers here. Let's see whether that's the case. When I highlight this area, you can see the count is 40. Perfect. So all my observations are here because this number is also 40. Perfect. So now based on these frequencies, I would like to visualize my data using histogram. So if you use the Excel histogram, actually it's not a horrible option for bigger data sets, but it's not awesome for this kind of small data sets. So let me just show you by default histogram that Excel has, which I'm not going to use it in this one because the data set is very small and you will see my concern. When I click on this icon under insert, you will see histogram here. All right. So let me just highlight it first so it will be easier for me. If I just highlight the data set and then insert tab, and then here histogram, and if I choose the first option, you see that Excel only created 2 bins. One bin between 12 to 18.5, second bin between 18.5 to 25. But as you see, I cannot see the variation of distribution here. So 2 bins is not really good for me. So I will delete this. Instead, what I'm gonna do is click on insert, and then here you will see the bar charts, and I will choose the first 2D, no, not the first 2D, sorry. I'm gonna choose, sorry, so I'm not gonna, let me just click on somewhere else, because when you click on right next to the data set, Excel is so smart, thinks that all these are data. No, it's not. So I would just click on somewhere that's not adjacent to where I have data. And then again, click on the 2D column, and I choose this option right here. So this brings me blank canvas. So what I can do is I just drag it around, and now here right click on the blank canvas, and then you can here choose select data, and now I would like to add a data set, and in this case my data set values are my frequencies for my year-end audit time. So I will click on the icon, and then I will just choose this one right here, year-end audit times, and the values of that are my frequencies that I calculated right here. Press enter and click OK, and then your x-axis values, you want to edit them too. You don't want to just see 1 2 3 4. Edit, and instead I would like to have bin end values, which are right here. All right, and click OK, and then click OK again. So now you can see bin n values here with their associated frequencies. I really don't like to waste my space with the gaps, so I will click on these bars and on this graph and on these bars, and I should be able to see here. I would like to eliminate those gaps, so normally Excel should have a pop-up window here, which I don't see it right now. Let's see, right click and for my data series, let's see whether I can figure this out. Perfect. Now right click for my data series and I want to get rid of this gap width. Normally whenever you click on your bar, this should come up automatically, but it didn't this time. So I would just scroll left, so I will have no gap, and you can see here my histogram. So what do I see here? Most of my observations are less than or equal to 16.2 days. As you see, 14 observations, and then less than 20.4 is another 12 observations. So as you see, majority of my data is less than 20.4 days. But I have some observations that are between 28.8 and 33. So this shows you the visual aspect of the data. That's it for today, and enjoy business analytics.